Hey guys, today I'm gonna teach you the most powerful and most overused Chinese word, 牛逼. Literally, these two characters means cow's private part. But don't worry, when you talk to Chinese, they don't think you're talking about the cow's private part. It actually means good, but not normal good, with some attitude. It's like cool, badass, awesome, damn good. So when you say 牛逼, people would say you are sending a very good compliment. But be careful, it's a little bit rude. So you want to say that to your BFF, to your friends, but not with your boss or teacher or someone in the older generation. If you talk to them like that, you are responsible for the consequence. So how to pronounce this? I know not everyone learned pinyin, so let's just do English. 牛逼. So Chinese is monosyllabic language, so you want to make every syllable short, fast, and sharp. So let's just cut the new ending part and the B ending part, make it very short, 牛逼. So 牛逼, 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 牛逼. So that's a way to say it. If you have a friend who passed the final exam with flying colors or ate 20 dumplings in 10 seconds, you can say 太牛逼了, 牛逼. But if you want to learn the Beijing accent, here is the 牛逼. Hey guys, another super useful Chinese expression, 加油 literally means add oil. But you will hear it a lot in the game or before an event or even before the final exam. Of course, you will hear it in the gas station, but that's not the main situation. The main situation is when you want to cheer up for someone, you say 加油, add oil, because it means you've got it, go for it, keep it up. The origin for the 加油 actually means you add the oil to the lamp in Ming Dynasty so people can have the fire burning in the lamp longer so they can study longer. So from the origin you can tell 加油 is more likely to encourage people to study more or work more. So when you say 加油, people will be happy because they know you want to cheer up for them. So again, 加油, if you don't learn pinyin, you would say it sounds like jar and you. So it sounds like you put a little bit oil into the jar to recharge someone. But again, in Chinese, monosyllabic, so cut the ending syllable, make it short, fast, and sharp. So not jar you, but just 加油, 加油, 加油. Again, if you want to hear the Beijing accent, here it is. 加油! Hey guys, I'm begging you, please don't use mama hu hu when you visit China. It's not commonly used in China at all, at least not anymore. It's super old-fashioned and outdated. I know it's fun because it's disyllabic and easy to pronounce, mama hu hu, and it means not great, but when you say that, you don't feel you're being too rude. But the fact is, it has a very tragic origin. It is said in Song Dynasty, an artist drew a tiger, but he was so sloppy and he was so careless, so he drew it like this. We always have a wang on the forehead of tiger, so it's a king of the beast. So he drew something like that with a tiger's head and a horse body. So his two sons, 两个儿子 saw this, and one son thought it was a horse. So actually, when he saw a tiger, he tried to ride on the tiger and got eaten by the tiger. The other son thought it was a tiger. So when he saw a horse, he killed the horse, so the family lost a fortune. So that's such a tragic origin for this story. Tell you being sloppy can cost you a leg or a life. So we don't say that anymore. Maybe first grader and kindergartens, but only the old textbook of Chinese will teach you this word. So don't say mama hu hu. Now what do we say when we are expressing not so great? Okay, in mainland China we say 一般 or 还可以, mediocre. In Taiwan, people usually say 还好. It sounds like good, but actually means no, it's super mediocre. And in Hong Kong, Cantonese, they will say 麻麻地, which also means okay. But the question is that when we are in Beijing, what did we say? In Beijing dialect, we say 还行. Hey guys, stop using 哪里哪里 as a response to any compliments. Yes, 90% of the textbooks say, oh, Chinese people use 哪里哪里 to show they're modest when you give them a praise or compliment. Yes, but that was maybe in Qing Dynasty, or at least for the past 20 years, I have not heard a single one say nali nali when they receive compliments. So what do they say now? When you say 你好帅, you're so handsome, they will say 谢谢, thank you. Or if they are very confident, they will even say I know. That's a little bit arrogant though. But nali nali is really outdated. The only joke I remember about nali nali is when the emperor and the queen met an ambassador from a foreign country, and they would praise the queen, said, "Oh, your majesty, you're so beautiful." Then the queen said, "Oh, nali nali." Then the translator didn't get it, so just directly translated into where. So the ambassador was so shocked and said, everywhere. So that's the only time I remember nali nali in my past 20 year or 30 years memory. So please just say 谢谢 or just say 我知道. If you really want to sound like Beijing people, what do they say when they got some compliment? They will say 您客气. Hey guys, so for the 4 big names of US fast food in China, which one has the best translation and which one has the worst? Okay, let's start with my favorite, KFC 肯德基. So the 肯德基 is actually a translation of the Kentucky, the place. But 鸡 also is a homophone for the chicken, 鸡. So when you hear 肯德基, you immediately think about, it's a foreign place and it has chicken. Perfect. And this one, 赛百味, subway, we didn't translate it into the train, 地铁, but we said 赛 as surpass, 百 is 100, refer to everything, and 味 is flavor. So 赛百味 sounds like subway, but also means surpass all the flavors. Perfect. And this one, Burger King 汉堡王 is actually a half-half. So the burger part is phonetic 汉堡包 burger, and Wang is the king 汉堡王. So that sounds kind of not creative, but okay, we know it's a food and they think they're the best. But this one, the biggest, the McDonald's, they changed it to 麦当劳. 麦 is wheat. Dang is serves as, and Lao is labor. So wheat serves as labor. That's definitely a weird translation. The reason this one is so weird because when they entered mainland China in 1980s, they just used the already existed Chinese translation in Taiwan and Hong Kong. So it really doesn't make a lot of sense. So which one do you like most? I think KFC is the perfect. So next time we're going to talk about what's the best translation for the US drinks. So follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Bye. Hey guys, let me teach you one magic word to make your Chinese sounds much more authentic. You all know 好, right? Good. When you describe it in different level, you go 好,很好,非常好,特别好,太好了,好极了,好得不得了. So good, very good, super good, extremely good, couldn't be better. But they're not cool. So this word gonna make your 好 sound so authentic and so cool with a little bit Beijing accent. So this is 北. What's 北 means? 北 means double. So 北 with coloring make it sounds doubled. For example, 好. If you say 倍儿好, it means it's doubled. It's not just better or extremely. It's 200%. If you saw someone, you said, "Oh, 你的衣服倍儿漂亮." Oh, your clothes looks doubled beauty, doubled pretty. So that's 北. And we always have the 北 sounds like 倍 in Beijing. For example, you know the famous multi-country Korean bakery company called Paris Baguette? The official Chinese name is 巴黎贝甜. That sounds very bourgeoisie, right? But if you ask Beijing people said, how do you pronounce the Paris baguette in Chinese? They will tell you 巴黎倍儿甜. Okay, thank you and follow me to learn some very 牛逼 Chinese words. Hey guys, let's talk about the inflation of ha for the past 30 years. So when I was little, which was last century, when you reply half on the text message, that means it's okay. When you reply haha means really funny. When you say ha 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 ha, which means it's LOL. But since I think 20 years ago, ha 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 becomes a very, very basic, means it's kind of funny. But if you say ha ha means you are laughable, now the things are laughable. But if you say one ha, it's basically said, I see, or don't reply, please. what means really funny if you really want to say that in nowadays social media? You have to start with at least 8 ha 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 ha. I got a sore muscle when I write this. So remember, if it's really funny, keep the HA and type them for probably 30 times. Then people know you really think they're funny. Okay, follow me and learn some newbie Chinese. Bye. Hey guys, let's talk about the names of the US sodas in Chinese. Well, if I told you this is 可可可辣, what kind of soda do you think it is? It's actually Coca-Cola, but what that means? 可 means tadpole. Tadpole, 可 means to gnaw. La is wax. So tadpole, gnaw wax. Do you want to drink this? I will not. And I guess most of Chinese hated that name. So soon enough, they changed it to this one. 可口可乐. 可口 means tasty. 可乐 means happy. So tasty and happy, and it sounds like Coca-Cola. That's a genius. But also another genius happens here. This is 百事可乐. So 百 is 100, means everything. 事 is things. So everything here. 可乐. Like this cola is happy, but instead of Coca-Cola, this is Pepsi. So everything is happy. Those two are the best translations of US food and beverage ever happened in the translation history. And also we have something equally interesting, which is 雪碧. 雪 is snow, 碧 is crystal green. So snow and crystal green, that's Sprite. I don't think it sounds like Sprite at all, but it does describe the blue package of the Sprite, and also gives you a feeling of refreshing and cool. So I would say it's good. And this one is also 芬达. It's just like Fenda. So if there's any drinks or food you want to know how to pronounce them in Chinese, let me know. So follow me, learn some newbie Chinese. Bye bye. Hey guys, you think all the country names in Chinese are phonetic? Even they're phonetic, there are some weird meanings for certain countries. So those are 4 countries, and I want to let you tell me which one sounds worst by the meaning. 西班牙, Spain. West, 西班 class, 牙 teas. So West class teas is Spain. Next one, 葡萄牙. 葡萄, grape. 牙, again, teas. Grape teas, that's Portugal. And this one is funny. 俄国, 国 is just country. So this is Russian, but although this character doesn't mean anything, but it sounds like is hungry. So a hungry country. But if you know the country's earlier name, the formal translation in Qing Dynasty, you would be surprised. In Qing Dynasty, Russian was translated as 罗刹. Sounds more familiar to Russian, right? But 罗刹, if you know the meaning, you would be surprised. It means the demon in the Buddhism that eats people. And the last one, which is the most fun one, is UK, Great Britain. So 大不列颠. The great is 大, big. 不列颠 sounds phonetic, right? But not really. It's 不列颠, 不, not, 列, placed, 颠, top. So when they translate UK, they translate that great or big, but not on top. I guess that's because the translation happened right after the Opium War. So at that time, the government of Qing Dynasty really disliked the Britain. So which one you think is the worst? Let me know. Follow me and learn some newbie Chinese. Bye bye. Hey guys, let's talk about how to say those two in Chinese. A lot of my students start using bra much more often this year. So bro, you know, it's just like 哥们儿. It's like literally means brother, say bro, or like 老铁. 老铁 means old iron, but the iron here is more likely to describe how strong and sturdy the relationship is. Like you are my iron strong relationship. Okay, so 老铁. But when you say bra, it's a different, because bra means you have nothing to say, kind of speechless, and you don't want to sound too strong and too aggressive, so it's bra. So you can also say 哥们儿 here as bra, but in a different tone. And also you can just say this 哥 with a tone. So let me show you how to say bro. It's like 哥们儿你真棒, bro, you're great. Or you can say this one, 哥们儿 你怎么穿成这样了 ？Bruh, what are you wearing today? But 老铁 is more specific for bro. For bra, you can also say 哥，你怎么又来了 ？Bruh, why you are here again? So, bro, bra, 哥们儿，哥们儿，老铁，哥。Follow me if you want to learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Bye for now. Hey guys, how to say losers in Chinese? Literally losers, you can translate it as 输家, the one who lose. But that's totally no fun and not authentic. Actually, 废柴 and 废物 are the more common ways to say that. So 废 just simply means it's useless, unwanted, or wasted. 柴 means firewood. So it came from, I think, the Cantonese or the southern part of China. They'll say, you're such a wasted firewood. It means you're no good for fire or anything. And 废物 is more northern part. 物 is the things, object. So 废物, you're a wasted, useless object. So you can say, 我真是个废物，我连工作都没有. I'm such a wasted thing. I don't even have a job. But that sounds so sad and so pathetic, right? So let me teach you one way to express that without being too rude and too pathetic is adding 小. 小 has the magic to turn everything too small and cute. So if you say, 我是一个小废物，我什么都不会. I'm a little wasted thing and I don't know anything. That sounds like almost cute. So, 小废物，小废柴. Follow me if you want to learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Bye bye. Hey guys, you know how to say my ass in Chinese? Not your real body part, but more likely the yeah, right, that kind of thing. So in Chinese, it's also related to the bottom. It's called 个屁. Literally means one fart. So you can say something 个屁 means yeah, my ass. For example, 你觉得这儿好玩？好玩个屁. You think this place is fun? Fun my ass. Something like that. Of course, you can say a more lighter version. Means 得了吧，得了吧. That is more likely, yeah, right, to show how careless and how disagree you are, but without being too rude. So, 你喜欢我吗？喜欢个屁. You like me? No, I like my ass. Follow me if you want to learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Hey guys, how to say locking in Chinese? I hear that at least 20 times from my students every day. So there are many versions. The most simple version is 拼了. Literally, 拼了 just means I'm fighting for it. So lock in, I'm fighting for it. A more accurate way is 全力以赴. I'm fully focused, 全力以赴. And the other one is more like the Northern dialect is 上劲儿, getting some force, 上劲儿, getting some power and energy. So personally, which one do you like most? Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Bye! Hey guys, do you know which wine has the most dangerous translation? It's whiskey. How about the most elegant one? It's brandy. Let me show you. So whiskey literally translated phonetically is 威士忌. 威士 means warrior and 忌 means taboo. So 威士忌 to Chinese people it sounds like something that even the warrior think it's a taboo. So kind of dangerous, right? And brandy is totally another story. Brandy was translated into 白兰地. So 白兰 means white orchid and 地 is the land. So 白兰地 is the land of white orchid. Sounds so elegant and so everyone can drink it and drinking that almost make you feel noble. So that's why brandy and whiskey are totally opposite of each other. And some of other wines are also translated into very funny ways. Like XO was just translated as XO. So yes, they didn't do anything, just leave it there. And Ram was translated into 朗姆, which is totally phonetic and no fun. But which one do you like the most, the brandy or whiskey? Let me know. Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Bye! Hey guys, you know how to say your mom did in Chinese? I've heard that a lot from my students due to the White House response. So that's pretty easy, just 你妈干的, literally just your mom did it. But be careful, this is kind of a faux language or almost like a cursing. Because in Chinese, your mother, 你妈, can be added to a lot of things and it was really, really rude. For example, 你想看电影吗？看你妈. You want to watch a movie? Watch your mother. That's a very, very bad expression. Don't say that. There are much lighter version. 你想看电影吗？还好. You want to watch movie? I'm okay. So, be a nice person and don't use 你妈 in any occasions. Right? Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Bye bye. Hey guys, you know how to say dope in Chinese? In the good meaning, of course. There are several versions. First, you can say 超赞. It's super nice, thumbs up. So that's more likely the Taiwan style. Or you can say 真棒, really great. That's more common in the mainland China. For example, 昨天的音乐会超赞. 昨天的音乐会真棒. Yesterday's concert was great, it was dope. But you want to say it in the Beijing style? 昨天的音乐会嘿绝啦 Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Bye. Hey guys, you know how to say get lost in Chinese? There are two ways. One way is the mainland style. It's like 滚, literally means rolling, 滚. So roll away. Another way is much milder. I think in the southern part or the Taiwan, they would say that 走开, walk away. But if you're a Beijing person, what do you say when you want to say get lost? 一边玩去吧. Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Bye bye. Hey guys, you know what's Donald Trump's two Chinese names? The first one was 川普, literally means Sichuan and Mandarin. So because it was very confusing, especially when he was elected, so the Trump was abandoned by the Chinese government, and then they gave him a very official translation as 特朗普, purely based on the syllables of Trump. So 特朗普 means special, sunny, ordinary. But people don't take the meaning, they just think it's 特朗普. But Donald Trump does have a very popular Chinese nickname, which is Dong Wang. Literally means the king of knowing everything. Because back then, when he was during the election, he always said, "Oh, I know this better than anyone. I know this better than everyone." So, therefore, he got the nickname Dong Wang. So, 川普、特朗普、董王, which one you think is more accurate? Let me know. And follow me learn some fun facts and newbie Chinese. Bye! Hey guys, you know who are the most popular US presidents in China? Well, there are no official survey, but based on my personal experience, I think the number one should be 卡特, Jimmy Carter. Guess who is that? Jimmy Carter. And the second one probably is 尼克松, which is Nixon. So Nixon has a very different image in China because he was the one who broke the ice between the China and the US. And Jimmy Carter was the one who actually built up the diplomatic relationship between the mainland China and the US. So now Trump is getting much more popular than before, but still I think Jimmy Carter and 尼克松 are still number one and number two. Follow me and learn some fun facts about China and Chinese. Bye! Hey guys, I bet you don't know, the famous fortune cookie in Chinese restaurants is actually from Japan. At least most people believed so. So here's the story. Many years ago, Japanese used to eat a food called senbei, which is basically 煎饼, fried pancake. So they put paper slip inside it. And when Japanese started to immigrate to the US, most of them resided in California, and they started to manufacturing the senbei in the US. But during World War II, of course, there were a lot of limitations for the Japanese doing business. So Chinese businessmen took over the factory and keep manufacturing the senbei, but reinvented it and promoted it into the Chinese restaurants in California. Then it became kind of the standard for every Chinese restaurant. So here's the story of the fortune cookie. So what's that called in Chinese? It's 千鱼饼. 千鱼actually literally means fortune, and 饼 is a cookie. So 千鱼饼. Do you like one? Follow me and learn some newbie Chinese and fun facts. Hey guys, have you ever wondered who invented the famous Chinese dish Kung Pao chicken and what exactly Kung Pao means in Chinese? So Kung Pao is the official title in Qing Dynasty about 120 years ago. The full name for Kung Pao was 太子少保, aka Gong Bao. Literally means the junior tutor of the crown prince. So what's that has to do with the chicken? It has nothing to do with the chicken, but with a famous politician in the late Qing Dynasty. His name was Ding Baozhen. He was the governor of the Shandong province back then. And his most famous thing around China was he executed the famous eunuch of Empress Dowager, An Dehai, and he gained the fame among the people. People think he was brave and he was a hero. So they started to learn about his life, then figured, oh, he likes a famous dish that you put the peanuts and chopped chicken together with some pepper and hot chili pepper actually. So then people start to try it, and then it became popular from then. So you know two things. First, Kung Pao was a person, not a chicken. And second, if you have a Kung Pao chicken somewhere, it has no peanuts inside, it's not authentic. It's American Chinese food. Bye for now. Follow me and learn some newbie Chinese and fun facts. Hey guys, 10 US presidents and vice presidents named in Chinese. Guess who is who? 华盛顿 George Washington. Lincoln Abraham Lincoln. Obama 特朗普 Donald Trump. 万斯 J.D. Vance. 福特 Ford. 卡特 Jimmy Carter. 老布什 Bush Sr. aka Old Bush. 小布什 Bush Jr. aka Little Bush. 戈尔 A. Gore. Did you get any? Follow me and learn some newbie Chinese. Bye. Hey guys, you know what's the difference between Peking duck and Beijing duck? Some people said the Peking duck was developed by the Cantonese and the Beijing duck was more authentic. That's simply not true. The only reason the Peking duck was more popular is it appeared much earlier as a spelling of the city Beijing, and the actual spelling for now, Beijing, was actually pinyin, and pinyin didn't appear until the 1950s and became very popular after 1970. So people got used to the Peking spelling that was the Mandarin pronunciation in Qing Dynasty and just take it that way. So regardless it's Peking duck or Beijing duck on the menu, usually they are all customized in the US. So if you want to try the real Peking duck, please go to Beijing Chuanjude or any other restaurants in Beijing. For example, who was a fan about the Peking duck? It was George Sr. Bush, because when he was working in Beijing, he actually went to the Peking duck restaurant with Barbara every weekend by bike. Okay, follow me and learn some newbie Chinese and fun facts about China. Bye-bye. Hey guys, let's guess the country's name in Chinese. 美国 American. 英国 England. 德国 Germany. 法国 France. 俄国 Russian. 意大利 Italy. So I can go on and on, but you may see some interesting things is that some countries' name sounds like their English name, but some countries' name does not sound like at all. For example, 德国 and Germany has nothing in common. Why? Because many countries' name was translated based on their own language, but not English. For example, 德国 is an abbreviation of 德意志, but 德意志 is from the Germany, like Deutsch. And same thing for France. Hey guys, let me say 5 states' name in Chinese, and you guess which state's name is what. 加利福尼亚 （A.K.A. 加州 （California）、阿拉斯加 （Alaska）、佛罗里达 （Florida）、马里兰 （Maryland）、弗吉尼亚 （Virginia）。As you can see, most of them are just purely based on the sound in English, but there are also something half and half. For example, 罗德岛 Rhode Island, its road part was translated directly according to the sound, but the island 岛 was translated into an actual island meaning. So, like translation, always half-half or purely based on the sound. So let me know if you want to know any other state's name in Chinese. Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Bye for now. That's joke in Chinese. 什么动物常常跌倒？狐狸，因为狡猾。So what kind of animal always fall down? It's fox, because they are very cunning. The punchline is 狡猾 could either means cunning, sly, or it's simply just 狡猾. The foot is very slippery. So why fox fall? Their foot are very slippery. Hey guys, you all know how to say 你好, right? But how to say what's up, man? So what's up is not literally 中文 like something is up. Instead, people say 怎么样?怎么样? More likely, how is things? How are you doing? But if you want to say it more colloquial and more Beijing style, you would say 吃了吗您呐?吃了吗? Literally, it means have you eaten? But people are not actually asking if you're eaten, and they don't care. It's just a common way to greet each other. So 吃了吗? Bye for now. Follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Hey guys, you must have heard the word gung-ho. He's pretty gung-ho, the high spirit. But do you know it is actually a Chinese word and invented by a U.S. Marine officer? So back in 1930s, there was an organization literally called 恭和, which is gung-ho's Chinese version. 恭 is labor or work. 和 is cooperate. So 恭和 is industrial cooperative organization actually founded jointly by the Chinese and the U.S. government back then into manufacturing the necessary goods for the front line. So a Marine officer called Evans Carlson, he visited China at that time and was so inspired by the high spirit of the gung-ho organization. So he actually remembered and brought the word back into the U.S. when he trained the soldiers. He would say, let's be more gung-ho. And gung-ho became a little bit popular in the U.S., but the real thing that made gung-ho pop culture word is a Hollywood movie called Gung-Ho, released in 1940. So today, Gung-Ho is pretty much survived in an everyday language, but in China, people don't know what 恭和 or Gung-Ho is. So it has faded away in the origin country, but still survived in the US. That's interesting, right? So follow me and learn some 牛逼 Chinese. Bye. 再见. Hey guys, have you heard the word hooba hooba? Many years ago, one of my friends told me that word was actually from the Chinese word 好吧,好吧, means okay, okay. And it was originally used in the brothel house. So when they reach agreement, the prostitute will say 好吧,好吧. But that was simply not true. The hooba hooba has nothing to do with Chinese and neither with the brothel. It was actually became popular during the World War II when the American militaries in Asia, maybe it was a mimic of the local dialect like a hooba hooba, but because it was used when people saw some pretty girls, soldiers, they will say, oh, hooba hooba, more likely that's attractive, that's so hot. So those reasons was misunderstood and spread out as a rumor, so people think it's related to Chinese or the brothel, but that's not true. Hooba hooba seems start to fade out from the language. The last time I heard it was like 10 years ago. So let me know if you have any different resource of what I learned on this word, and follow me, learn some newbie Chinese and fun facts. Bye bye, 再见. Hey guys, 好久不见, long time no see. Wait, is long time no see Chinglish? There's no English grammar like long time no see. So was that invented in China, then exported to the English? Yes, probably that's true, because back in 1900, the novel published by the Western writers already used the expression like a long time no see you. 好久不见你. That's typical Chinese grammar structure. And in the book, the phrase was actually from a Chinese immigration who spoke English. So interestingly, the 好久不见 was a Chinese word exported to English but kept the original grammar structure and got popular since 20th century. So now, do you have any other expressions that are originally from Chinese but also survived in English? Let me know. So follow me and learn some newbie Chinese. Bye bye, 再见. Hey guys, do you know tea and ketchup? Yes, the tomato sauce. Both of them are actually phonetic translation from Chinese. Some people may argue, no, tea is cha, so they're different. Yes, tea is not the pronunciation of the Mandarin cha, but it was the pronunciation of the Southern dialect, the Fukienese dialect, because even for today, the tea was still called te or tet from Fujian province. So tea was exported through the Dutch 18th century, probably 17th century, and at that time there was a Silk Road on land, but also a maritime Silk Road, or the Silk Road over the sea. Then it was exported to all over the world. Then they kept the pronunciation until today. So tea is indeed the pronunciation of the Chinese word cha in a dialect. How about ketchup? Ketchup also from Fujian area, because that's the beginning point of the maritime Silk Road. So at the beginning, the ketchup was actually 桂枝, or someone said 茄汁, which literally means the juice or the sauce for the fish. And when the Dutch exported them to the Europe, they started to use different things to make the sauce. It was mushroom as a mainstream. Then when the tomato was introduced to the American, then the Americans started to use the tomato as a main resource of the ketchup. And the famous company, the Heinz, finally produced a very popular kind of ketchup, and the ketchup now tied with the tomato sauce. So that's the story behind the tea and the 茄汁, which is ketchup. So I hope it helps, and follow me and learn some newbie Chinese. Bye. Hey guys, character joke for today. What a 熊 will become after cutting nails? It will become the character 能. The punchline is that the 熊 character has 4 dots like clouds at the bottom. If you cut the nails, they will become the character 能. Haha, is that funny? Bye bye.